Hello, good morning, family. So today I'm going to be making my hair. I woke up on a very, very good note. um, I how will I start? I just want to encourage us. You can say I washed my hair, and I'm going to make my hair. I've not made up my mind what I really want to do, but I want to do. I don't really want to do wash and go, but I don't know whether I should just twist out or just twist and leave it like that. I've not made up my mind what I'm going to do. So, but I'm going to make my hair now, and I'll just start, then I'll see what I do. Anyway, so today I want to just share some things. Um, Yesterday was Sunday and today is Monday. I'm not going out today. I'm not going to work. So I'm going yesterday I was at home, and definitely I watched like 2-3 services online. So I was at home. The first one really helped me, as in really ministered to me, because everybody, we all go through some certain things. The first one talked about, I watched Redeemed Center of God, TOD. I think they are in Lekki, Pastor Beto, and it was his wife that preached yesterday, Pastor Femi, Pastor Mrs. or Dr. Mrs. I don't know how she's addressed. So I'm sorry if you are watching. I don't know what I'll call you, Pastor Mrs. Beto. And she talked about tipping points. You know, in life, all of us, we have one thing or the other that we are looking forward to God to do for us. And so even if you don't believe in God, you have something that bothers you, and you want to sort it out. Anyway, so I was listening to her yesterday, and she talked about tipping points. She talked about our lives, that as you're moving forward, as you're doing things, you're praying, you're fasting, you're making a move, you're making, you're moving by faith, that you're moving closer to your tipping point. Because sometimes, you would think that, okay, I have done everything, I'm putting all effort into it, and it's like nothing is moving. But in the physical, it might look as if nothing is happening, but in the spirit realm, things are happening, things are being put in place. You might not see it, you might not know it, you might think nothing is happening, but things are actually happening, because things are moving forward. Things are being sorted out as you're trying and moving forward and trying to do things are being sorted out. So I and that you will get to the tipping point, which is the critical point, where where things will happen and people will see the outcome of all the things that you've done before. Excuse me, I don't know what is wrong with my voice. That people will see the things that you've done before, and they will they will be like, she's got a miracle, blah blah blah, or something has happened, or she's moved forward, or things have happened for her, and people would not know where you start from, or what you've done, or how you reached that point. So she was encouraging that if by any chance you are moving forward, or you have something that you're doing, or you are praying and fasting, or it seems that nothing is happening, that you should not be discouraged, because in actual fact things are happening. It's just that because you have not seen it physically, you think things are not happening, but things are being put in place. So the encouragement is that what you should move forward, continue doing what you're doing, and things that you need to change them, things that you need to do, start doing them, and just put your life in perspective and just continue moving and don't give up. That is what I got from that as well. Then I actually went back, I watched I went with what, Joel Austin, and Joel Austin was not at home, well, was not in church, so someone else had to preach. And the whole essence of that preaching was that the man, I think I'm trying to look at his name. I think he's Paul. I think he's let me look for him because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think anyway, I'll tell you his name. Let me just say he was preaching and saying that most of us, that we always carry too much load, you know, that we carry too much load, and that instead of us to let go of some things, that we just carry too much load. And it was, okay, his name is John Gray. Yes, John Gray. So his name is John Gray. I think he's in Relentless Church, but he was preaching in Joel Austin, Lakewood. I think he has a connection with them. Anyway, I watched. It was one that preached there yesterday, and he was talking about being that we carry too much load, that the things that we are carrying, like he used a plane as an example, that if the plane carried too much weight, or the weight is not well distributed, that the plane cannot fly. That is either they take or remove some of the weight, that is the luggages, and they redistribute the people properly, and then that is when the plane, if not, is at risk, and everybody wants to be safe. So he was saying that it's the same thing with us. When you're carrying too much weight, things will start falling apart for you because you cannot move forward. And he used Jesus, even Jesus, that at a point in Jesus's life, that he had to let go of some people so that he can move forward. And the first one is when Jesus said, "Oh, if you cannot eat your flesh or drink my blood, you cannot go with me." And people were like, "Whoa." So people went, people left. So many people left him, and at the point he was left with just 12. And that at a point in his life, he had to also take 3 out. It's not as if those other people he left, they're not important to him. They are also important, but where he's going, he cannot take them at that point because he needs to move forward in his ministry. So he took 3 at a point, and at a point he had to leave those 3 as well and go alone onto the mountain to pray. So at every point in time, we also have to leave the baggages. We have to leave things that are not making us move forward. We have to leave them behind. We have to let go of the weight. That he even used our body as an example, that when there are times that when we need to shed some weight as well, so that we can actually be light. And he just wrap the things that I've been hearing, he wraps it up for me. And then again at night, I spoke with my friend. We don't really talk too much. She lives in mainland. She lives in London, and I live, I live in another town, and we rarely really talk because she's always very busy. I'm always very busy. Everybody's busy in this country, and and we both of us are trying to do the same thing, but we've been very busy. I've been hard on myself. I'm like, I know that I'm supposed to do this, but I can't, because I have so much that I'm trying to do. And it's like, am I doing anything at all? Because I'm trying to do so many things. Am I doing anything at all? And yesterday she herself, she told me that that she has not done some things that we said we were going to do, but this is what she's doing, this is what she's doing. And she was explaining to me how she plans her day, how she, and I'm like, it's like 24 hours is not enough to even achieve anything, that I try to do as much as I can in a day. And she said, that sometimes she she does things through in the night as well. Anyway, we were comparing notes and she told me one thing, said, you know what, I think everything we should do it one by one after the other. Because sometimes you carry too much, and it just wrap everything that I've been listening to throughout the day. That sometimes we carry too much, we want to do too many things at the same time. We have to plan ourselves to do things, step by step, just one after the other, so that we will not be overwhelmed, So I just said I should, you know, say this, so that sometimes we just get overwhelmed by trying to do so many things at the same time. Yes, I know we can multitask, we can do, but there are times that some of us are very hard on ourselves, and you just plan it and do it one after the other. And I think if you do it one after the other, we even be able to do it faster instead of trying to do everything at the same time. It was something that really blessed me yesterday. So I hope, anyway, it really, really blessed me yesterday for the whole day, and it just gave me peace. I slept well, and I'm sure she slept well as well after that, after we spoke, and it's really good to have someone you can talk to once in a while, just to check, to give yourself a check, a balance. Everything about life, I think, is just balance, balance, career, family, yourself, and everything, children, everything about life, I think, is balance. You should just balance everything. So I hope you enjoyed this, my ranting. I'm trying to make my hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed and enjoy your day. So, so I am going to make my hair. Oh my goodness.